literally, I had some patients and I've met women that deny themselves to enjoy themselves when they are like meeting someone or starting to talk with someone or on a date or something because they couldn't explain uh, what's going on with them. Like they were too afraid of experimenting pain during intercourses or about explaining that they have endometriosis and what would it be like the weight to that relationship that they were beginning with that person. So they were just like punishing themselves about not leaving because they are feeling pain or they are afraid of feeling pain or they have like endometriosis or adenomyosis or some other concerns that they actually don't know if the other side is going to understand them. And this is really heavy. Like, how can we just punish ourselves about meeting or not meeting someone that maybe is going to make us really, really happy and be good for us just because we are afraid of speaking our truth? Like, we all want to generate true connections between us and to create beautiful connections and to live beautiful moments with others. Like, we don't like to fight. I believe that if someone really enjoys fighting and hurting people, something is really wrong with those person. But um I truly believe, but I'm an optimist, I truly believe that people just want to be happy, and that people want to, when they go into a relationship, and I'm talking about the long term one, not just something of one day or something short. I truly believe that people want that relationship to be the last, or even if they don't say they want, they imagine in their head like the scenario, no? And just imagine you meeting the person that you truly feel that this person is going to make you a lot happy, and you just don't move forward because you are too afraid of what others will think about your condition. And this is heavy. This is heavy, too, really heavy. And I truly understand why this happens. Like, first, this happens because we live in a society where we don't have quite a lot of information. Now it's emerging, yes, and we have a lot of people talking about it, but it's quite recent. Like talking about endometriosis, talking about how you can solve your pain, like sexual pain, pain during your intimacy. Like, we are living uh, a moment, a quite long moment, where all the symptoms that happens with women and with men as well, um, were just normalized. Like, this is going to stop with time, over time. This is just from your head, or you're feeling this because you were a mother, or you can't be feeling this because you're too young, because this is other topic as well. We are going to reach that, I believe. So we are Im- living these past moments where everything that we felt inside of us were just normalized as something that was not that important, but actually it is, because it's making us condition ourselves to be expansive and to be our truly selves, because no one freaking believed us. And no one put the effort there to help us leaving that state of pain or leaving that state of discomfort, or just help us to be better, and to feel better about ourselves. How can we just be ourselves in our true self when, like, sexuality is a part of ourselves, it's a part of our expressions, and sexuality doesn't 100% means that I'm talking about intimacy with others or with ourselves. I'm talking about the act of being. And if things that are inside of us, that are like normal, that are inside of us, are being punished and just shrink, how can we be our true selves? How can we be expansive? How can we be expansive with expansive, not expensive, expansive with ourselves and with others as well? Like, if I have pain all the time, my mood won't be happy. I won't be happy. Or I can be happy, but something is really there just annoying me. Like pain on my vulva, pain when I sit, bloated belly. I can't drink that. I can't eat that because my belly will be really bloated and I don't know why. And I can't wear this pair of trousers because it seems that my belly is going to explode. And if I wear that dress, my belly is like too big. Like, all these concerns are so valid and affect so much self-confidence of a person, like of a woman in this case, but of a man as well. Like, imagine a man, that we all know that sexuality is really important and for men as well, over time. Imagine, like, you just going there and you can't like enjoy yourself. You can't just like have an erection. Imagine that happen with you. It's hard, right? But this is what happens daily. Like, if I bring you these scenarios, you say like, what the hell is going on with society? Well, this is society nowadays. Like, I've seen a lot of women shrinking themselves, lacking self-confidence because they don't feel themselves anymore and they feel trapped in a body that is sabotaging themselves because of pain and because of the pelvic health symptoms that they feel. Is this the society that we want? Like, I see men daily not being able to live normally because every time they go to the toilets, they have burning sensation. Imagine yourself just waking up in the middle of the night or just waking up in the morning, for example, and you want to go to the toilet, but you feel like, oh my God, like you just woke up. It's like first 5 minutes of the day. And immediately it's like, oh my God, I can go to the toilet. I have to go and I will start my day with pain. This happens with thousands, millions of people around the world. And we are still not putting our best effort into this. I truly believe, and this is why I created this podcast, Pearl Outside the Oyster. I truly believe that we are not meant to be kept inside of the shell, like inside of the oyster. Oyster is amazing. We see the correlation between oysters, pearls, with luxury, with high ticket, with prime. And this is like my philosophy because for me, health is prime. Health is the most important thing in the world because if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't have the best team with yourself, you are going to be compromised in whatever you want to do with your life. So, this is how deep this is. And people still don't understand this. People still think that when we talk about pelvic floor, it's about pregnancy only and about Kegel. And it's not. Like, it has this deep meaning. I will recall the example I gave you in the beginning of this talk. Imagine yourself meeting the person that you want to spend all your life with, and you sabotage that connection because you just don't know if that person is going to understand you. And how is this possible that you generate these feelings with yourself as well? Because there is nothing wrong with yourself. People have a lot of things going on. Um, anxiety, depression, that is also is correlated with pelvic health in a lot of times. But people have asthma, and having asthma is normal. Like, you have asthma, okay? Epilepsy, okay? You know what I mean? But when you have pain during your intimacy, that is, in a majority of times, much more easier to solve. If you have endometriosis, that it's chronic, but if you have the right follow up, you can live with that. And I truly believe you can have quality of life. You just have to manage and to be really strict about your lifestyle. But you can do it. You can live your life. How are we doing this to ourselves? Like, I truly believe that this is a society problem, but we are living this, and thank God a lot of colleagues are talking about this, but still we keep sabotaging ourselves because of lack of information, but lack of support towards our health. And in this podcast, I want you to be a pearl, and the pearl is like a piece that suffers a lot of transformations inside of the oyster, but when you see the pearl out, it's so beautiful because she evolved, she transformed. And this is what I want to give you with all these talks. Like, I am here providing you all this information because I truly believe that we can be so much. And I said this to my last relationship. I said this to this person, like, I love you more when where it hurts. And that people only need another human being to truly believe in themselves. And this human being that believes in themselves is so important because it's going to drag you out of that dark spot, is going to believe you. You are being able to trust this person, and this person is going to help. And there is nothing more fulfilling that's going to talk with someone about something that concerns you, that is bothering you, that is making you not feel okay with yourself, and feeling understood. This is something that we all need throughout different areas of our lives. But this sort of validation towards our symptoms, our health symptoms, it's so calming for our nervous system. And truly believe that this team, this doctor, this physio, this nutritionist, this whatever, is understanding our concerns, and is going to put that their best effort into helping you. This is what we need. So if we start developing a healthcare system based on being not only better in the way that we provide care to our patients, but also being better as human beings that are listening the concerns of other human beings, we are going to evolve like a lot, a lot. And also providing this education since young age. Like, young generations need to have the actual knowledge about what's happening inside of them. Like, as I told you before, sexuality is a way of expression of ourselves and makes part of ourselves since the day one. Since day one. We have our environment that can shape us, our relationships that can shape us, our parents that can shape us, our religion that can shape us, our social economic environment that can shape us. There are a lot of things that shape us. But we have our true beliefs also. And or you let yourself being shaped because of your surroundings and because of your environment, or you find a way out in order to expand yourself and to believe in what you believe that you are and what you believe that you feel. And this is also deep, but when we talk about pelvic health, when you talk about pelvic floor, your pelvic floor feels the environment where you're at. Example, this might sound crazy, but I had patients that just because they changed the boyfriend, like they finished the relationship and they entered a new one, they stop having pain with intimacy. And I'm not saying that if you have pain that you need to change your partner. I'm not saying this. What I'm saying is that your nervous system feels when and where you can feel safe. Pelvic floor is like an emotional part of us. And I'm not saying that it's conducted by emotions, but also it is. I'm saying that when you talk about the nervous system, when you talk about innervation, when you talk about neurophysiology, and all these topics that are like related to our pelvic floor and pelvic health, we understand that taking care of our pelvic health will be a lot empowering for us, but also taking care of us will be a lot empowering for our pelvic health. I always say this in every podcast that I'm invited to. What is the first thing that we do, or the first things that we do when we are born? It's like basic functions. We pee and we poop. Basic functions. And what are the responsibles for this? Also, pelvic floor. So, as you can see, pelvic floor and pelvic health are a base. Like, if you see, the pelvis is in the center of our body. So, if the pelvis is in the center of our body, it means that it's it has truly a responsibility because it connects our lower limbs with our upper body, sorry, and our arms and everything. So imagine being responsible for that connection. Imagine being responsible for giving birth. Imagine being responsible for daily basic activities like pee and poop. So, how aren't we paying more attention to this? How? Like for me, this is like unbelievable. But still, what I'm what I'm what I was supposed to say is that we all have connections and we have a nervous system that correlates with sympathetic activity, parasympathetic activity, vagal nerve as well. And I truly believe that you heard about this. So, when we are anxious, when we are alarmed, sorry, when we feel that we are not safe, our pelvic floor and pelvic organs will feel that as well. Like, I don't know if you knew, but there is a intricate relationship between the gut and our emotions. So when we feel anxious, that has an impact on our gut and the other way around as well. Like there are studies talking about the relationship between the gut and depressive subjects. So when we talk about gut, when we talk about bowel, when we talk about bladder, when we talk about uterus, when we talk about prostate, we are also talking about pelvic floor and we are definitely talking about pelvic health. Like everything is connected, and this will actually have really a huge impact on how we feel ourselves daily. Like, I always give this example as well. Imagine yourself being this kick ass, fearless woman and having to speak for like 300 or 400 people in the Congress or in an event, and you're afraid of leaking. Like, there is a type of incontinence that is the giggle incontinence that happens when you laugh. So imagine yourself being in a meeting, being in an event, being with your friends, and just be afraid to laugh. Be afraid to be happy. Be afraid to feel, not be, feel happy. Because I truly believe there is a difference between being happy and feel happy, and that happiness is a state and not a permanent state of mind. But what I was going to say is that you're you're punishing yourselves about feeling happy because you're afraid to lick and to lose urine, to pee yourselves. Imagine like somehow someone maybe it's hearing me and saying like, "What?" But yes, this happens with a lot of people. Not only women, not only after birth, not only men, children as well, teenagers as well. So what I'm going to say is that people just normalize these sort of things, but they are not to normalize. And first, they are not to normalize. And second of all, you can get help and you can improve these symptoms. And third of all, truly reflect, truly think about the true meaning of this and how this that we feel is only pee, only our pelvic floor. No one sees our pelvic floor. No one sees our vulva. No one sees because it's more like internal because we are covered by by our clothes daily. It's not like external of like our face. Um, but we take the attention out, we take the main importance out of the truly subject that has the deepest meaning for us. Conditioning our pelvic health is conditioning how we feel about ourselves and the empower that we feel. You don't have your ocean. You don't have to be a pond just because people can't swim. This sentence, I really love this sentence. And this is the same about pelvic health. Like, if you're meeting someone and you know that you have something going on, like, for example, endometriosis, first, there is nothing wrong with you. So, a lot of women around the world, unfortunately, have endometriosis. Um, it's not a new disease. We are just starting to talk about this now. And if you have this and the person that you're meeting don't understand this and don't support you, there's nothing wrong with you. Change. This person needs to go out and you need to keep going with your life because we are talking about being supportive. Like, I will give you a personal example. I've been through hell on the last years relating to my love life. Like, it's been really difficult. And what I truly feel at the moment is that I'm so happy being by myself because I truly prefer to be by myself and validate who I am. Like, not that I need validation, like in the way that if I don't feel good about myself, if I have a recent diagnosis of endometriosis and adenomyosis that I had, like, my symptoms are valid. And trust me, I know what it is having a person that is saying to you, it's not that much. It is that much. And it's okay. But even if there are mild symptoms, it's important to have a person with you that when things go hard, like when you have a flare up, when you need to go to the hospital, when you need to like do another MRI, when you need to do surgery if you need to, when we need to when you need to fight the system because you are not having the right attention to your problems, to have a person that is there with you. So actually, in the resume of all this talk, being honest about what's happening with you, we also be a filter about the quality of the relationships that you have in your life. And it is about this, it is about relationships and connections, and about us having those around us that are good for us. So, in order for us to have the ones that are good for us, we need to be good for ourselves as well. And being good for ourselves is not taking out the attention that we need to put on ourselves to be our best selves. And I'm not talking about having a lot of success. This is going to be for another talks about relating the success, entrepreneurship, and whatever, blah, blah. This is not for this talk. This talk is much more emotional today. Um, Being our true selves, like knowing us, understanding our needs, understanding our limits, understanding our boundaries, understanding our feelings, this will make us be selective. And in some moments, it can make us feel lonely, but loneliness is the in between having a lot of relationships and maybe you're outgrow them and having the right ones and the deepest ones. I truly believe that. Um, so, as a sum up of this first podcast, first episode of our podcast, take care of yourselves. Like taking care of your body empowers yourselves. Taking care of who you are, your mind, your nervous system will empower your pelvic health as well and will make you feel better about yourself as well. And this is the gig, guys. Like, this podcast is about this being the pearl outside of the freaking oyster. Like, we've been dealing with a lot of things constraining us and shrinking us, that this is the moment for us to to speak out for ourselves and just to be our shiniest and our brightest selves. So just be the pearl outside of the oyster. So don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe us on Spotify. Don't forget to leave a comment and to say what you thought about this first episode. I'm really happy to launch this. So I will leave the presentation for the end. My name is Rita Paiva. I'm Portuguese, but I'm a pelvic health expert. I'm the CEO and founder of the first pelvic health ecosystem worldwide that has an app, clinic, and also an academy for professionals. And I'm really, really happy to bring these podcasts for you guys and to help you all about everything related to pelvic health and to speak about what no one is speaking about. So don't forget to follow us. Remember that, and this is just a new for you, like if you subscribe us, you can use our coupon for our app and for our courses. So Rita with two T's 10 and you have discount with us. So see you all on the next episode. Bye, Pearlies, and welcome.